Hey folks, this is Gabe Hernandez. Common question that I get a lot is how to deal with the do not message list. It's tedious, it can be a pain, and I'm going to show you how I deal with it to simplify the process as quickly and as easily as possible. So what I've already done, just kind of prep, is I've already downloaded my weekly archive from LinkedIn. If you're not familiar, go into LinkedIn, request your data archive, fast is fine, takes about 5 or 10 minutes, you download, and it downloads a zip file. This is the content of the zip file. It's, if you can see that, hopefully not. If not, I will show it to you shortly. It's basically a collection of CSV files. The primary one that you're concerned with is connections.csv. Connections.csv file is just a spreadsheet that has all your connections that you've ever accepted since the beginning of time. And includes everything, including their name, the date you connected with them, even their email address. Important. The other prerequisite that you will need, which you should be doing, is you should be tracking a simple spreadsheet. I just call it DNM. It can be anything you want. But all you need is the email address of the people that you do not want to message. That's it. You just need a simple spreadsheet that has the name of the people that you do not want to message. All you need is a single column with the email address. That's the second prerequisite. The third, if you're using Google Sheets, is you need an add-on called Power Tools. So if you don't have that in Google Sheets, go to Get Add-ons and search for Power Tools. And it's right there. And you can see I already have it managed. It's by AbleBits. And get that installed. So here I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to filter your list so it is suitable for import into Woodpecker. So the first thing I do is I go to just a folder that I keep to store my connections files. New file upload. There's that connections.csv file. And it's uploaded to that directory. And what I do is I rename it just so I can keep them separate from everything else. Today's date is the 7th. What I do is then I open it with Google Sheets. If it's a CSV file, it just treats it like it's an Excel spreadsheet typically, but what you want to do is want to open that Google Sheets. Now my list is pretty long, it's over 6,000, so it takes a minute. But once it processes it, it will open up a Google Sheets and it'll be treated just like a Google Sheet, just like anything else. Pretty long list. As you can see, if I go back to the folder, it created a new Google Sheet file, but it's basically the same data, everything's the same. Okay, so there's a couple things you want to do. The first thing you want to do is you want to filter, sort, and scrub out everything between the dates that you want to upload into your Woodpecker campaign. So the first thing I do is I click on that column that has the name and date, click on data, split text to columns. What that will do is it separates the time and the date, because I don't care about the time, I just want the date. And if you try to sort the whole list by that combined field, it doesn't do it right, it gets all wonky and messed up. So you want to split them, get rid of that time field, delete column. Now you just have a column that lists all your connections simply by the date in which they were connected. Then you highlight all those columns. Data, sort range, that's what you want to do, sort range. The first column, the first row is a header row. Choose connected on. A to Z means in ascending order, sort. There it is. As you can see, some of my first contacts were back in 2005, so I've been using LinkedIn for a very long time. Okay, now the range that I want to import into this week's Woodpecker campaign for me is everything from between September 23rd and September 29th. So all I have to do then is click on the first column, scroll all the way down to the 23rd. Looks like I don't have anything on the 23rd, which is fine. So I hold down the Shift key, choose everything up through the 22nd, boop, right click, delete. Then I want everything between the 23rd and 29th, so I do the same thing on the other end. So everything through the 29th, I keep. Everything after the 29th, I get rid of. So highlight the 30th and after. Shoop, shoop, delete. Okay, so now I have a sorted table. It's all my connections that I've acquired between the 23rd and the 29th. So it's a little bit short just because I have a few days in there that I didn't run it, but that's okay. Okay, and so you'll notice number of connections if I exclude the first row is 109. Okay, now here's where comes in to kind of help you out. This is where the Power Tools piece comes in. So I go over to that sheet that I had that was just a DNM sheet that I'm tracking. It's just email addresses. I click on the tab for that sheet and I copy to. What it does is it takes this sheet, this particular tab, and will copy it into another sheet that I specify. So I copy to, I go to where I'm storing the sheet that I'm currently working on, which is this one. Select. Okay, now I can close this. So if I go back to the sheet that I'm working on, now you'll see that I put a copy of the DNM list. So now you have two sheets, or I should say two tabs in the same sheet. One is the filtered adjusted export from LinkedIn that just captures between the dates that I want. The second one is the DNM list, which is the master DNM list. Now here's where Power Tools comes in, because in this list that I just did the sort and cut out the range, I probably have emails in here of folks that I do not want to email because they've already gotten back to me and say not interested or don't bother me, whatever. 109. And so here's where Power Tools comes in. So I go to Add-ons, Power Tools, and just hit Start. And it'll bring up a kind of a selection of things you can do. Click on Data. Data is what you want to click on. And then what you want to do is click on Compare to Sheets. And it'll bring up a pop-up window to do some things. Now the first thing it's going to do is going to select the first sheet. And if it doesn't do that, make sure you go and pull down and select the first sheet, which is the big sheet, the one that has the range that you want to work on. It should automatically do it, but if it doesn't, just click on Highlight and do it, or hit Auto Select to do what you need to do. Then you say Next. Now it's going to ask you about the second sheet, which is my copied in DNM list. And as you can see, it's already done it. But if it doesn't do it, just click on Auto Select, make sure you have the right sheet selected, and away you go. Next. What we're looking for is unique values. And what it's going to do is it's going to compare the two sheets, and it's going to find the ones where it's going to find values in your first sheet that don't have a corresponding email address from the second sheet. And here's how we do that. In this mapping section, uncheck everything except the email address. So what you're saying is table one, the tables from the first sheet and the table from the second sheet, I want to do the unique compare against only the columns that have email address. It will pull over everything, but it's using the email address as the key for comparison. Then you say Next. What I want to do is copy to another location a new sheet. So what this will do is this will actually create a third sheet that has all the same things from the first sheet, but removed all the rows where there was a matching or corresponding email somewhere from the second sheet. The first sheet has all the LinkedIn stuff. Second sheet is my DNM. This system runs a compare. It will generate a third sheet where it removed all the rows from your LinkedIn sheet where they found a matching email address from the DNM list. I click Finish. Boom. And now it says 102 uniques. Remember, the original is 9. It was 109. Now it's 102. So it found 7 email addresses of folks that have been tracking on my DNM list, and it scrubbed them out. And I just hit close. So here it is. And I can get rid of this now. I can delete that. I can delete this. And now my remaining sheet, close that too. My remaining sheet is now, if you exclude the first row, 102 entries. So now I can just file, download as a CSV file that I can import into my Woodpecker campaign. And that's it. From start to finish, what did that take? 6-7 minutes? As long as you have all the right piece parts in place, it goes pretty quick. So you don't have to manually find, hunt, and peck and try and figure it all out. Just make sure that you have your export that's from LinkedIn that's sorted and then cut from the early and the late to make sure you got the right range. And then make sure that you're tracking an email address list. That's like your DNM list. And make sure you have power tools installed. You have those 3 things. Now you've got your list. All you have to do is download this to a CSV file, and then you can import it into Woodpecker, and all your DNMs are scrubbed out, and that's all there is to it. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any questions, DM me, email me, hit me up on Facebook, whatever, and happy to help you out. All right, that's it, and hopefully this is helpful, and you have a great day.